Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs Frasure. I am here to share some super simple, yummy, delicious recipes with you. So make sure as we go along, you screenshot the recipe there on the screen for you. I absolutely love every single recipe that I made today, and I cannot wait for you to see them all. We're gonna go ahead and start with this Patriotic berry cheesecake recipe. It is so good and very much a Midwest staple. Anything with Cool Whip and marshmallows. If you are from the Midwest, y'all know. I know you know. So we're definitely just going to throw this together. It is so good just with the 2 pounds of strawberries. You are going to want to go ahead and cut those up, get the stems removed or any like bad spots, squishy spots or anything like that. And cut them down into bite-sized pieces. When you're making a salad like this, you want your pieces all to be about the same size. So cut your strawberries down to about the size of your blueberries or your mini marshmallows. And just because this is a red, white, and blue dessert does not necessarily mean that it just has to be for the 4th of July. Definitely pull this recipe out for any backyard barbecue that you have going on this year, whether that's with family, friends, or church events. This will go with anything and everything and just be that perfect dessert to bring along.
Sunny Sunday, I was walking on my own. These streets, they're still reminding me of you. There's a girl, I recognize her curly hair, but not the guy that she's walking next to. And suddenly I start.
After you get all your berries and everything cut up, you're going to want to go ahead and mix the rest of your ingredients. Start off by whipping together your cream cheese. This would be much easier if your cream cheese is at room temperature. So set that out while you're cutting up your berries. And then you're gonna mix that and your powdered sugar together until it is nice and creamy smooth. It may take a little bit of, getting there, a little bit of whipping. And then you're just gonna wanna fold in that Cool Whip topping half at a time. It makes it so much easier doing it half and half. And then once you get all that folded together, then it's time to fold in your berries. Now you don't want to like over mix because you will deflate your Cool Whip, if that makes any sense. But go ahead and get your berries mixed in and then go ahead and fold in those marshmallows. And now when it does come to the marshmallows, you could totally get whatever brand you prefer. My favorite are just the Jet Puff. But again, you could totally even make those homemade if you know how.
Over, like I said, I need you by my side. In this case, we cannot have it both ways. Oh no, 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 no. But I'm too late. Back then I didn't notice.
Alrighty, we are all done. Of course, we have a little taste tester. But we are all done. It actually tastes really good. I got a little bit off the spoon too. So we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on this, let it get cold again, and put it back in the fridge until it is time for the celebration. So I'm super excited. It looks so good, you guys. I know this is probably like a stereotypical Midwest salad, if you will. So, but it definitely tastes super yummy, and I can't wait to taste it like with everything in the bite.
I need you by my side.
Up next is this layered bean dip. It is so delicious. I have made this for plenty of holidays. Make sure you're screenshotting those ingredients, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna mix a can of refried beans with a packet of your favorite taco seasoning. Now, I do make my own taco seasoning, so I just kind of eyeball it, and I think I probably only put like a tablespoon, but I probably should have done a little bit more, just to give it a little bit of flavor. Also, tip from Tammy, make sure you make this the day before and let those flavors really just marinate into each other. It tastes so much better if you do it that way. And then your next layer is avocados and limes. Now, Walmart picked out my avocados for me. I probably would have picked some a little bit more ripe. These ones were still a little bit hard to get out, but you know what? They worked for what we needed. But you're just gonna go ahead and get those avocados peeled and squeeze in some lime juice. My limes were super tiny, so I did end up using 2, but technically you only need to make 1. I literally make this recipe from heart though. I have made it so many times. I absolutely love it. It is so good. I used to bring it, like I said, to Christmas and that, when we celebrated with my mom's side of the family, and it was so good and definitely a big hit. So once you get these avocados and lime juice all mixed up and mushed up together, just go ahead and layer that right on top of your bean. Continuing with the layers, you're gonna put on your salsa of choice. I like the paste medium. It has just enough heat. You could also mince up some pickled jalapenos and give it a little bit more of a kick if you'd like. And then you're gonna go ahead and lay on your sour cream. That is your next layer. Again, sour cream of your choosing. I just use store brand. I don't need a name brand sour cream. It all tastes the same to me. So I just go ahead and layer that on. It does mix. I don't know how these people are out here layering sour cream over salsa and not mixing it, but it doesn't look pretty, but you guys, it is so tasty. So I really did not care. But next up, you're gonna layer on your shredded cheese. Now I am using a shredded Mexican blend, but you could totally use something. If you wanted to go with a white theme, you could use mozzarella, or really any shredded cheese of your choosing. And then we're gonna go ahead and use the sliced olives as the stars of the flag and the Roma tomatoes as the stripes. Now, if I was making this for another holiday or just any time of the year, I would probably not use them like stripes. I would kind of just sprinkle it throughout, and then I would also get a green onion and cut that up as well. The green onion definitely gives it an extra added layer of flavor. That is so good. So if you make this outside of 4th of July, definitely try out adding some green onion to your recipe as well. Alrighty guys, it's not perfect, but I think it looks super cute and super patriotic. Perfect for the day. You could totally fix the way the stripes are, the olives or anything. You could definitely use a different kind of cheese. I just use what we like. So this is kind of what we have going on, but I definitely think it is super cute and super festive.
Here I am again, like with nothing on, putting up no defense or false pretense, 'cause it's the last thing I'll ever do.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and get the main course prepped here. I'm gonna cut up the sausage and put it in a bowl, and then cut up the onion and potatoes. Oh my goodness, peppers. And we're losing them. We're gonna get the onions and peppers cut up, put them in a bowl, get the oh my goodness, get the sausage cut up, put it in a bowl, And then we'll move on to getting the elote, or Mexican street corn if you will. But I wanted to get everything prepped before we take it outside to the Blackstone.
Again, take a good look around. It's the same place we always end up. You are my friend, so I can't.
So the original recipe, I'm like quadrupling it, I think, at the very least. I did definitely increase the volume from what the recipe card says. And don't you worry, the recipe will be coming, so you can screenshot that as well. I did wait until I was putting it on the griddle and adding the seasonings, but we're just going to start with some sausage. I'm using, I think it was kielbasa, if I remember correctly. Now I probably just butchered that name and I apologize. But you could probably use really any sausage that you like, a good smoked sausage, just, you know, of your choice, of your family favorite. And then you just get that sliced up, and I will be honest, like, be careful of the skin, because I didn't choke this time, but I've almost choked on the skin of that sausage before. My daughter did almost choke on this night's dinner. So definitely be careful. You might want to cut it up even smaller than the pieces that I cut it up. You know, maybe even cut them into halves after you slice them into like the circles. So definitely be careful with that. That is one thing I absolutely dislike about sausage, but it is what it is. I guess it's just make sure you chew your food properly, because for whatever reason we don't around here. I don't know what that is. But you guys, also, I just wanted to ask real quick and see what you guys have planned for the 4th of July for my American friends. We have our area has like a big celebration at, like, we have a big pond type thing in the middle of our city, and so we all kind of go there. They have tons of food trucks and farm animals and like all the things, and so we go over there and celebrate, and then at the end of the day they shoot off fireworks. And then if we don't go there, we'll sometimes go over to the beach and watch the fireworks being shot off over the ocean, because it's just absolutely mind-blowing, gorgeous, beautiful, and, you know, patriotic. So anyway, once I get everything cut up, I do move on to cleaning the corn. So good corn on the cob is so hard to come by down here, y'all. I miss a good ear of corn from Iowa and Nebraska. I grew up on Iowa corn and in Nebraska corn, and nothing beats it. It just doesn't. It just is not near as good as Florida corn. Florida corn is just not near as good as the Midwest corn. So if you know, you know. It's just one of those things. But anyway, I did just pick up some corn from the BJ's, and we're just going to go ahead and get that grilled up here. I am going to make an elote, or a Mexican street corn, with this. I will be sharing that recipe. Don't you worry. It'll be coming up here soon enough. But anyway, I also wanted to go ahead and get the onions and peppers on the griddle. I did go ahead and use my bacon grease that I actually got that at Buc-ee's, but I'm pretty sure you can get it at other places. I think I've seen it at like Cabela's or Bass Pro, places like that may have that. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and get the corn kind of grilled up. I am continuously rotating it, and we're kind of just giving these veggies a stir until they get a little bit soft before you can add in the sausage.
I want you to be mine, 'cause you make me wanna sing, and so I do.
now is your time to take that screenshot. I am adding everything. So this is for an actual skillet. If you didn't have like a Blackstone or a griddle or whatever, you could totally just use a cast iron skillet or just a regular skillet pan if that's all you have. So that is what that recipe is giving you. I am using my Blackstone, so I did use like the bacon grease and then some olive oil, and then I just kind of, once everything was kind of nice and warmed up, as far as the peppers and onions, that's when I added the sausage. And by the time it got to that, my corn was already heated up, so I took that inside and got it wrapped up in parchment paper to just kind of keep the warmth in. And yeah, it's super easy. You just add all your seasonings all at one time and let it cook until your little sausage gets a little bit brown, a little bit cooked, basically however much you like your sausage, how crispy you would want it or cooked as far as you want it. I cooked some of it a little bit more than the others, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and pull that off the griddle and get the elote part, I guess, of the corn made up here. It is super easy. I did find this recipe online. I may or may not have mixed it a little bit wrong, but that's okay. So you're gonna mix your crema and your cheese. I should have only put in a half a cup of cheese and then saved the other half a cup for later on after we applied it to our corn. So, you know, it is what it is. This is the first time I've ever made this. I did want to share it though. I wanted to keep, you know, things real over here like normal and share my mistakes. And, you know, if you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. So it is what it is. It still tasted so good and my family really liked it.
In my head, I suppose that I'll be better off alone. We'll be just fine on my own. Used to call you home, but now I'm just a dressed unknown. Just throw away my favorite sweater, go on and burn my stupid letters, and box up all my things outside your door, 'cause I don't live there anymore.
Alrighty, so what I think I'm gonna do with the dip, I just kind of mixed everything together, and we're gonna, as we eat or as we serve, we'll just smear it on the corn as we go. So let's go ahead and we're gonna make some drinks now to go with the rest of our 4th of July meal. Alrighty, so we're gonna be making a patriotic drink. The first little bit, you can use Torani's strawberry syrup, but I picked up some grenadine. You just need 2 tablespoons of that, a cup of lemonade. Our favorite is Milo's, and then I also got a mixture of the Torani blue raspberry with some Sprite. Now you can use sparkling water. I just opted for the Sprite. It was cheaper, honestly. And then, so you do a half a cup of Sprite with a tablespoon of the Torani's, and that we have mixed here already. So let's go ahead, grab our cup, and get this made into our little patriotic drink. So we are gonna start with the grenadine. Just kind of pour it over some ice, and then we'll go straight to the bottom. Hopefully it'll settle there. Then you're gonna wanna take your lemonade and just pour it over the back of a spoon, so that way it just kind of cascades and doesn't mix with your grenadine. It looks like it's gonna mix anyway, darn it. Ooh, my cup is not big enough. Okay. And then you're gonna take your blue raspberry and do the same thing. Then just let it go over the top. And, oh, you're making a mess. Alrighty. Grab you a fun straw.
I suppose that I'll be better off alone. We'll be just fine on my own. Used to call you home.
I am far from a mixologist, you guys, but either way, even though the red, white, and blue mix together, it still tasted really good. I honestly, if you wanted to make an adult beverage out of this, you could totally pour in some vodka, maybe cut the lemonade portion in half and add in some vodka, or even like a limoncello or something to that effect. It would be so good as an adult beverage, but we just kept it kid-friendly for tonight. Alrighty guys, now that everything is done, it's time to do a little bit of decorating. Now I just picked some stuff up at Walmart, just a little bit of something, but let's go ahead and get this decorated and then it'll be time to eat. Alright, so everything is here. Now we just gotta bring the food over, which I'm super excited for. It's all done. But yeah, we're almost there guys.
On my way down memory lane, you and me long time ago, and we were teens with tremendous dreams, always playing king and queen. We had set our minds to leave, face the world on wheels, cross the borders of Morocco, take a journey to Dubai, fight the pirates stuck in.
Alrighty guys, it looks like we are done. Everything looks so good. I'm so excited. I hope this video was helpful for you guys to come up with some ideas for your holiday party or even just your backyard barbecue. Anyway, I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye guys.